Hi, boys and girls. So today we are going to learn a little bit about space. So we're going to read two stories. One is called The Space Walk by Brian Biggs. Another is My Rainy Day Rocket Ship by Marquette Shepard. And then I want to explore NASA Kids Club website with you. And one of the things we are going to focus on is who is on the space station right now. And there's also a lot of other games and things you can explore if you're interested in outer space. Remember to fill out a participation form on Google Classroom after watching the recorded lesson. So our first story that we are going to read is called My Rainy Day Rocket Ship. And boys and girls, sometimes we have to use our imaginations to get to outer space because not everybody can be an astronaut like the people we're going to read about in a little bit who actually are in outer space. So, My Rainy Day Rocket Ship. Mom says it's too rainy to play outside today, so I'll have to find my fun another way. I could get in some laughs with inside toys, cars, and games that bring much joy. But I've been there and done that stuff. Today, I'll make something really tough. Like a whole new world in a different place. A galaxy off in outer space. I'll need a rocket to get me there. How about this rocking chair? And I'll need a super launching pad. This will require tools from my dad. A cardboard box and a bunch of socks? These will surely serve me well. On this mission, I cannot fail. Now let me see about a spacesuit. These swimming trunks and goggles should do. Of course, astronauts need a flag. Perhaps I can use Mom's old dish rag. Now, if I can just get Mom to turn off the light, this astronaut's crew is ready for flight. Dad does a countdown from behind the couch. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mom makes sure I don't feel an ouch. Zoom, 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 all the way from the living room, down the hall, riding on a broom. Prepare for landing on planet XYZ. It's a safe arrival in my BED, also known as the land of Z's. So I hope you like this cute short story about a little boy who uses his imagination to go into outer space. I think this is something that all of us have done at some point or another. So the next book we're going to read is The Spacewalk. And boys and girls, I am using Overdrive, that app that I told you about that has ebooks for you. And I hope you're taking advantage of those too. All right, The Spacewalk by Brian Biggs. Randolph Witherspoon was bored. He wanted to take a walk. I'm bored and I want to take a walk, Randolph complained to ground control back on Earth, requesting permission to go outside. He waited for a reply. Eat some lunch, get some exercise, and clean the place up a bit, ordered ground control. Then you can go outside. So Randolph ate some lunch. Yum. Liquid Brussels sprouts. He got some exercise. He cleaned the place up a bit. Clear for spacewalk, said ground control. Dress warmly, don't forget your camera, and be back before dinner. Roger that, said Roundoff as he suited up. And one more thing, came the voice from Earth. Don't talk to strangers. But Randolph was already out the door. Wow, now he's in outer space too. Check that out. These illustrations are beautiful. So he's taking pictures. Oh, looks like he might have met somebody. I think they might be friends. Well, he's checking him out to make sure that he is a good friend. And so now he's asking to take a picture. And there they are. They're taking pictures together. Oh, he's looking at the time. He's saying, what? Oh, I have to go. So he gave his new friend a hug. And off he goes back to his spaceship. Spacewalk complete, said Randolph as he returned to the ship. You're late, ground control replied. Write your report, eat some dinner, and get some sleep. Then can I go out again? Asked Randolph. We'll see you in the morning, replied ground control. So Randolph wrote his report. He ate his dinner. And he couldn't wait for tomorrow. And there we go. So now, one small step for man is one giant leap for friendship. So I hope you enjoyed this story because now I'm going to take you to NASA Kids Club. The link will be in Google Classroom, so you can access it from there. So this is a great website. There's different games. Roving on Mars is fun to play. I played that one. There's a lot of different games on here you can play. There is also this link over here, NASA STEM at Home for students. So if you're looking for some fun activities, if you were to click on this, this will take you to some different STEM activities you can do at your house with your family if you're interested. What I want to show you guys is this right here. It says, find out who is on the space station. So this is right now, we have Expedition 63 and Launch America. So we actually do have people in outer space right now. So the Expedition 63 crew has been on the space station now for over a month. So Chris Cassidy, Anatoly Ivasin, and Ivan Wagner arrived at the space station April 9th, 2020. So they arrived in April, beginning of April, and they launched from a country near Russia called Kazakhstan. And they went in a Soyuz spacecraft. So these are the three, this is three of the crew that's on the space station right now. This guy right here, he's the commander of Expedition 63. And the commander's in charge of the mission, and he makes sure that everything goes well. His name is Chris Cassidy, and he's from Maine, which is very close to us. And this is his third visit to the space station. In 2009, 11 years ago, for his first trip to space, he flew on a space shuttle, and he became the 500th person to ever fly in space. So that's quite an accomplishment. So Anatoly Ivasin is a Russian astronaut. He's called a cosmonaut. He is a flight engineer and has many jobs. So some of his jobs are doing science experiments, fixing things, and going outside the space station for spacewalks. A spacewalk is when the crew works on the outside of the space station. So Anatoly is flying for Roscosmos. That is the name for the Russian Space Agency. This mission is his third stay on the space station. So, boys and girls, those of you that are interested in engineering and science experiments, you should look at a career in astronomy, not astronomy, but with the space, in outer space. Ivan Wagner is a cosmonaut and a flight engineer for the mission, and he is from Russia. And before he was a cosmonaut, Ivan studied airplanes, and he was an engineer, and he started training to be a cosmonaut in 2011. And this is his first trip to space. So he started training 9 years ago, and this is his first trip. So 2 new astronauts arrived on May 31st, and this was a big deal. I don't know if you guys watched any of the launching, but Robert Behnken and Douglas Hurley launched in the SpaceX Crew Dragon spacecraft. They launched from NASA's Kennedy Space Center in Florida, and they'll stay on the space station for at least a month. So this guy, his name is Douglas Hurley, and he's from New York. And this mission is his third trip to space. He flew on 2 space shuttle missions to help build the space station. The space shuttle doesn't fly anymore. And he was the pilot on the space shuttle's last mission. And this guy, his name is a NASA astronaut, Robert Behnken, and he's from Missouri. And the mission, this is his third trip to space. He flew on 2 space shuttle missions, and he spent more than 37 hours doing spacewalks to help build the space station. So he's also one of the guys that helped build the space station. So NASA's SpaceX Demo 2 mission is very important. It's the first time astronauts have flown in the SpaceX Crew Dragon capsule. It's also special because it is the first time in almost 9 years that astronauts have launched from the United States to the space station. So this is a special year for the International Space Station. This is the 20th year of astronauts living and working there. The first 3 moved in on November 2nd, 2000, and lived and worked there for almost 5 months. And since then, more than 200 people have visited the station. Boys and girls, I hope you enjoyed this. And if you're interested in outer space or becoming an astronaut, look around the NASA website and see what you see. All right, boys and girls, see you next time.